everybody. It is the mid-month, so if you have been around on my channel, you likely know what we're here for today. So today is probably my least favorite video of the month, but it's actually the one that I need the most, and that is my mid-month budget check-in. Honestly, if I did not have this video on something that I scheduled, I probably would have given up on my budget like earlier in the month. I probably would have said, screw this. I am just going to go ahead and spend a lot of money. And I would just be, I would just be that girly. So, so be gentle, please be gentle. All of you budget queens out there, I am not there yet. I am still so new. And so we're going to flip in my Frankenplanner to my budget section. And the first thing that we're going to do as part of our mid-month check-in is that we're going to assess like what I need and what I don't. And one thing that I know for certain that I don't need anymore are these expense tracker sheets, because in the budget journal that I have, it has expense trackers built in right in there. So it just seems a little bit silly to me to have these in there as well, although I do love these in the half sheet form, how you can see your other pages behind them. I just don't think that in my current setup that they're working. So if there's something that's not working in your setup or in any of your planners that you're using, depending on what that looks like, stop using it or take it out, or assess whether it's like making you more organized or less, because sometimes like the idea of using more planners can make you more organized, right? And like add more peace to your life. And sometimes the idea of using less and like taking things out can actually really benefit you in your organization. So that's my little planning tip just for the day. Okay, and I am still working on these notes, so my budget is still a bit of a work in progress, right? So we set up this monthly sheet all together, and I actually haven't gone through and done my actual cost because we're going to do that together at the end of the month. So we're still kind of waiting and holding, and I'm just filling out my expense tracker as we go along. Although, okay, so here's the thing. When we look at the expense trackers, when I was going through my bank account, like most recently, and like kind of balancing, this is like balancing my checkbook, right? This is like going through and like making sure everything's good. A lot of the charges in there, and I know that this happens from time to time for me, were just listed as PayPal. And so I didn't know what they were. And at that time, I didn't have a moment to go back and look. So I feel like some of my streaming things are in there, so I need to actually go through not only my bank account, but I need to like go through like my Venmo, I need to go through my PayPal. That is something, maybe we'll add that as a note and like a to-do before I get to the end of the month. So review PayPal and Venmo. So I have some things in here, but this is month one. So really like I'm giving myself so much like leeway here. This is not like the perfect budget. I think every month I'm going to improve. And I did just sign back up for Elise from, I think her handle is Plan with Elise. Let me look because I would hate to say that wrong. Yes, Plan with Elise. That is her handle. I just signed back up for her Patreon because she is like a budgeting queen. Also, I've been looking at Heather's budget planner. I saw like a few videos on that, and that is very interesting and intrigues me. But anyway, so our month at a glance is set up. Listen to me like rationalize buying more planners. Okay, so just kind of walking you through what is going on in my month. So I just used the month at a glance. So that is that month. This will follow me through actually to next month. And that'll actually be kind of cool because I'll be able to kind of review 2 months together. I think that's actually kind of neat to have it double-sided like that. So the journal starts off with what event or circumstances are coming up this month. It says is, but it should say are. Oh, circumstance. No, it should say is, but if I added the circumstances. Anyway, so that you know you will need to spend money on. So every month right now, hopefully not for too many more months, I have a car payment for our new car. And I cannot tell you the last time, like in years, I don't think any time I've ever bought a car, I've had a payment. I think I've just paid like cash for it and like bought used cars and that's just how it's been. But having a car payment is like a whole different like ball game, like when you're thinking about budgeting, especially when it's like kind of a sizable one, because we like went from a Prius C, a 2015, to a brand new 2024 Tesla, and it was totally in the budget. Like it works, it's fine, you know, it's not like really crimping our budget, but just not having that like payment amount each month, which I will say is a pretty reasonable amount for the car that we got, but just having it is like, oh man, like watching that come out of my account, it's like, oh my gosh, that's like almost painful. But I just have to remind myself, like, I have my beautiful car in my driveway and I'm happy to pay it. So the EC launch was also something I put on here, that was going to cost me money. I knew up front that I was going to be buying something from there. Happy Planner teacher launch. I was excited about this already. So, and then ABC days at Harrison School. So this is like a, what is it, Spirit Week kind of thing, except it's the last 26 days of school. The teachers have like a little thing for each day. Not every day is like a Spirit Week day. Some days in class are like things. So one day was like joke day. Another day was dance party, like something like that. So not everything is something for the parents to do extra, but there are some days, like there was Green Day was today. They had Fancy Day. We have Superhero Day, you know? So like, I know that he has some stuff around the house that we can use, but there's also stuff that I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to purchase for that just because we don't have it and he really wants to participate. So let's just go through here. I can pay a little extra on my car payment. So this is like, how do you adjust and save? So I pay a little extra on my car payment every month to hopefully pay it off faster. And then like, I also have some lump sums and things that are getting paid. So it should be done very soon. And then I can utilize coupon codes and rewards on my planner once. So I make sure to delegate those as wants, even though they are technically a need. Like, okay, it gets really tricky. And this is like, I think me rationalizing things to myself. So we're also having a little bit of like a budget therapy moment here. So I think of like buying planners and shopping sometimes as a need because I have this channel and I feel like a responsibility, almost not like a responsibility, but like if I'm not buying planner things, like what kind of content do I produce? You know, that's like something that we all really like, right? Like I love sharing a haul and I know so many of you love watching those things, but I don't know, like, is it a strange behavior to think about that as like a need? I don't know. You guys let me know. I can look through Harrison's clothes to see if he has things. Yes, definitely going to do that before I buy and like kind of plan these things out so that we know ahead of time. Otherwise, like, I won't remember. Like I have to have everything all like laid out and that kind of thing. And honestly, like I'm thinking about putting the outfit together and putting a sticky note on it, putting it on his dresser. The sticky note will say the date and we'll just like take them in ascending order or something like that. Or I guess descending order. We're going down, descending. Yes. Okay. So then I have my wants and my needs columns. So my wants this month are new planner items, DoorDash. Oh my gosh, this is the bane of my existence. I swear I have almost like an addiction to DoorDash. Like anytime I feel lazy or like I don't want to cook or something, like I'm like, oh, DoorDash. But it would be so much cheaper to just like either call the restaurant and like go pick it up or just go to like a fast food if that's what I want rather than having it delivered. But like the convenience, and you guys know I'm a delivery girly. Like I have had Instacart since before the pandemic. Like it's one of my favorite things and it is a luxury, but I got to a point a while ago where I was like door dashing at least like once a day, every day. And it was like not only bad for my health, but it was like so expensive. Okay. So that is something I'm really working on not doing. And then coffee out too. Like I feel I'm a little treat girly. So anytime I'm like out and about, I'm like, oh, okay, let's like drive through Starbucks or drive through Black Rock or go to Dutch Bros and like get a little treat, get a little, you know, a little prize for doing what you need to do. And I need to stop that. I need to like, here's what I think I need to do. I need to like plan ahead and either take like a bubble water or like, I don't know, make decaf because I'm a decaf girly as well. So like making coffee can be a little bit challenging. I'm a decaf coffee girly, but I can also have tea. So maybe like making like a big batch of iced tea and just having that ready to go. And that's my little treat, and taking it in one of my Starbucks tumblers so it feels fancy. So that is something that I'm really working on. And then, okay, the things I need, I'm calling this a need, the ABC days, because my kid wants it, my kid's gonna get it. You know, that's just how it goes. Car payment is a need, even though that's technically a want, but like I have to pay it or I have to get rid of my car. Like that's just like how it goes. And then groceries are of course a need, and then all other bills, right? So then this month's goal is to decrease my spending on both DoorDash meals, fast food, and coffee out. I think I'll have a lot more for other things if I can do this. Yes, I think you will too, girly. So this is my fully transparent kind of, I think some of the things are on here. Some of the things that were on PayPal I didn't add on here just because I don't know what they are. So I wanted to check before I add them here, because there were a few times where Brian was using my PayPal, so I wanted to make sure. So, and again, I want these all to be like my numbers. So I'll double check those, and it might be out of date order, but it'll be on here. So we've got nails, Amazon, Patreon. I mean, I don't need to go through all of these, but like we can see big things on here. So we've got like Erin Condren, Happy Planner. I get like a swim pass, so for the local community center pool, because I lap swim. And then I started up Noom again, so that was kind of a big expense, but I do think it's going to be worth it in the long run, because I paid $1.99 for 10 months. Like I feel like that was a pretty good deal. So, and then Chewy, of course, I call that a need. Presalecodes.com. This one is like a subscription that I signed up for when I was looking for a presale code to the Dashboard Confessional concert, and I just couldn't find it anywhere. Like I had done the right thing and like signed up for their, I don't know, what is it called? Like their club thing, and I like couldn't find the code anywhere even after I signed up. So I like went to this website, totally legit, but they charge you like $7 a month to access presale codes that they have. So I did just cancel that today, but this was a good reminder to like go through all of my subscriptions each month and like identify which ones I'm still using, which ones I need to cancel, that kind of thing, and then plan anything. So this week alone, I had Erin Condren, Happy Planner, and Plan Anything. Oh, actually, that's not true. So these ones, 5, 6, and 5, 7, these I transferred over to the next page because they do, like this week ended on 5, 5. So this was for the next week, but still like pretty close together. So if we're looking at it from like a goals perspective, this week I didn't go out to eat or anything or get coffee, so that was kind of a win, but I did go over budget on planner supplies. I feel like it is, you know, release season, but either I need to increase my personal budget for planner supplies or I need to stick to it, either way. So I need to revisit that next month. And then I have just a few journaling entries. One thing I wanted to really share here about this though is that my gratitude piece is that honestly, like I was saying at the beginning of this video, these videos are like, obviously they're for you guys, but they're also for me. This is an accountability space for me. I feel like you guys are my friends and you're like my cheerleader section, and you of course want to see me do well and you want to offer advice and that kind of thing. And I truly treasure this space and that piece of it, because if I didn't have to, like I said, if I didn't have to, quotes, unquotes, of course I don't have to make this video, I would probably like have fallen off the planner, not planner, but maybe that too, I don't even know, the budget bandwagon. So I'm really grateful to all of you, and you're welcome to pause and read these things if you'd like to. I know we all love the chance to peek in someone's planner, so feel free. And then my small victory is staying on track with my goals of minimizing spending. So then the next week, I only had a couple of things, but again, I had 2 charges for that presale codes. So I think also what I need to do back over on that sticky note is I need to like email them and tell them that they double charged me, because yeah, that's not really gonna work for me. Because, yeah, why was I charged twice in the same month? Okay, so presale codes email. And this is like part of my process. This would be like what I would do if I was not filming also. Okay, so there's that. And then ignore this bent page. This just means my planner is well loved. So other than bills, I hardly spent anything that wasn't necessary, so that's good. And there were some subscriptions that I'll be looking into and canceling. So constructive feedback is, again, make sure that you cancel subscriptions that are no longer active. And this week, I'm honestly grateful for second chances because it's so nice to know that at the start of each month, you basically get to start over and you get to take what you had from last month and like bring it forward. So even though like this reflection says that like it's exhausting and that kind of thing, like I feel like I'm really growing in the budget space. So I feel like I'm really learning. I'm growing and learning. It's growth happening. And then again, my small victory is that I'm still here learning. I'm still showing up. Sometimes that is just enough, you know? Sometimes it's enough to just show up and keep going. And then where we are today, we're filming this on 5/17. So we are doing okay. These charges here that are from the Moda Center are from a concert that I went to. Okay, for both of these charges, okay, so for the $28.50, I got, what did I get? Okay, I got one slice of pizza. It was a large piece of pizza, but it was still one slice of pizza, one order of garlic knots, and like the souvenir size Coke. $28.50. Honestly, that's insane to me. And then the second charge, $17.83 for one beer. Like I just don't even know. Like I cannot. Next time I need to eat before, but that day was crazy. So I didn't. And then Uber was back from the concert. Target, I needed to get a couple of things, even though, yeah, it was a need. I did have a DoorDash and I did have a Starbucks, and this is like reloading my gift card. So that's why it's 25 rather than like $6 or something. And then yeah, Amazon Video, I think I did like a video rental or purchase here. And I don't have this part filled out yet because we aren't at the end of this week. So we will check in again. Again, thank you so much for being my accountability space. You guys mean so much to me, and like this space means, you know, I'm just forever grateful for you guys for really just being here for me and like helping me out. Yeah, and I'm looking at this also. Nails and toes. I put it under a want, but I kind of feel like that's almost a need too for the YouTube, right? Like this is what I do in my head. I like justify things as like needs, even though they're like actually a want. Okay, well, that is that. Budget is budgeting. We're just moving along and doing the best that we can do. Here, I have some work to do. I will report back to you guys as soon as possible. So that will probably be at the end of the month. So you do have a lot of things to look forward to though this weekend. I have some plan with me's coming for you guys. We're almost at that time of the month when I will be setting up my planner for June, which means we're 1 month away from setting up our new planners for July, which is insane. And I think I'm very close to having a planner lineup that I think you guys will like to watch, like knowing what my audience is kind of looking for, what you guys are looking for, but also like all of the planners that I've bought, what I am most excited about using. So, all right, you guys. So thanks again so much for being here. You guys are amazing. I am feeling all the feels. So thanks for being here. If you are new, if you just stumbled across my budget video and you're either like a budget, you know, a budget queen or king, and you're just on the budget and you just love the budget things, leave me any tips that you have down below. I am happy to learn. Will probably take a mix of like whatever tips I get and like whatever works best for me, of course, but feel free to offer them. I'm always open to suggestions. And again, if you're new, hit that red subscribe button down below and turn on those bell notifications so that you are notified every single time I post a video. And that will help me out, and you, honestly, you'll get to know every single day when I post a video, because 7:30 a.m. PST is our time together, or, you know, whenever you choose to watch the video. But anyway, I'm in the rambly zone right now, so we're going to move to the next thing. Thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you if you are one of my current friends, followers, subscribers, you know, any of those folks, whether you've been here for the past, like, almost 10 years, or you've only been here for a couple minutes, I appreciate your support more than you could ever know. And here's your internet hug for the day. And then if you'd like to find me anywhere else, you can find me on Instagram at creatinginchaos_official. You can see other kind of behind the scenes content. I post a bit more about my family. I'm active in stories over there. I'm dipping my toe slowly into short form content, so you can find me there, maybe a little bit on TikTok, you know, I'll be around. And then if you are shopping either the Happy Planner or any of my other favorite planner brands, you can use any of the codes linked down in the description box below. And by the way, you guys, have fun today.